Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 6. I'm Myksta, joined by Inmaniac, and this is our losers bracket round 7. Following the teams who are making their losers bracket run, we have Manufactured Gods as our Sentinel team, and for our Atlas team, we have Napalm eSports. Now, Inmaniac, we've had a little bit of time to see both of these teams in previous streams and competitions. Now, one of these teams is using a fill-in, but how do you see this game going?
Look, I mean, both teams very, very strong. They've got all the way here to losers bracket round 7, and they're fighting for their lives. Obviously, they don't have that chance to continue. They've already been eliminated, respectively. We saw the guys at Manufactured Gods get 3-1 by Noxide in round 4 of the winners bracket. Napalm also in round 4 got down into the losers bracket, 3-0'd by the faction AU. So they both really want this, Mike. I can't really pick it right now as both teams are very strong, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It really is. Now, you see the first teams already gathering over onto this hard point, of course, over on this pool side. The score's still within a 2-point range because of constantly the contentions that are happening here. But, of course, it is the team of Manufactured Gods who are just working around with this position to get just the scrap time after those contests. Now, as I say that, I must have jinxed them because they did get taken out for a moment, and now no one's in this hard point. But there's only 2 seconds remaining anyway. Only a total of 23 points are actually able to get taken off that hard point, as is really the norm here for some of these hotly contested hard points, because by the time you rotated there, by the time all the contests were over, there just wasn't enough time remaining to really get any substantial point accumulation at the end of that. But I mean, you got to look at this right now over onto this B Street here, Maniac, because the teams are setting up. It is Napalm who are here, and they seem like they've got things strolling well for themselves.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. And as you pointed out, there is very minimal time held on that first hard point. We see that on a lot of maps, but especially Solar. That pool hard point right in the middle of the map. It's always really hard to lock down, especially with everyone scrambling just to get their foothold on the map, and it's very common to see less than 30 seconds total between the teams, as we saw there. Moving on to this B Street Cup, this B Street hard point, which is about to actually run out. There's only about 10 seconds left. We see the guys of the Atlas team there. They're holding onto it, the Noxide squad, for that scrap time, and they do have a little bit of a lead here, about a 20-second lead, as the hard point is now going to be rotating down to that back factory hard point. There are going to be 2 players there. You've got Asters battling it out with Varenzin. Varenzin's going to fall. Beastin coming in with a big 2-piece. Wolfie also cleaning out Asters. So now it's going to be back in control of the guys from Manufactured Gods. Now, this is their opportunity to hold it down tight. You can see on your mini-map, though, there is a big push coming from Sand there by the guys of Noxide, and they're able to push in pretty hard there, and it looks like they're going pretty strong right now. 50-33, only a 20-point gap, but Mike, we're only a quarter through this map, and it still can go either way right now.
It really could, but I mean, you notice, you point out the setup here, and of course it has changed a couple of times here, but it is Manufactured Gods who've got Varenzin in this hard point. Now, you see him there late reflex rather, over to that right side where the player was pushing in. That's because his teammates were actually having his cover, so he had that trust in his teammates to try and watch that angle. Of course, they did save him from that 1 kill, but then there was another player as he turned from that left side, which he did get blindsided from. Either way, there wasn't enough points really from that scrap time to really warrant going and push back for it, of course, with that time remaining. So now going to be setting up over onto this car park side of things. Now, you do have them, of course, now trying to just catch back up with the overall scoreboard, but it is 63 points to 56. So that's exactly what they're doing. They're having to catch back up here once again in this overall map. And for map number 1 in the best of 3 series, Napalm are really showing it to Manufactured Gods, of course, a team in our CGP League.
Yeah, they really are, Mike, and a lot of people weren't really expecting that, but as I said right at the beginning, it's going to be a very close one, and Napalm almost at the halfway mark here. We've got 6 minutes 20 left on the map, have been holding it pretty consistently, but with that said, the guys from Manufactured Gods have been with them every step of the way. They're still only 20 points behind right now, but we are at the car park hard point. There is only about 10 to 12 seconds left in it, so not too much time for these guys to get the scrap points here. It looks like it's going to be those guys from Napalm getting in, but as you can see on your map, Mike, there a few guys from Manufactured Gods are set up down here in the purple hard point. The next rotation, we're going to see Varenzin down here, and he just takes out Milo there with some nice bursts of that ASM1. He's going to have to watch his flank as his teammate Krabs was just taken down, so you're going to have 3 people pushing in from the back. I'm watching Varenzin right now as he sees a couple fly up high. He was never going to survive there. Restalling coming in, cleaning up, and then Restalling actually getting the 2-piece there before being dropped himself. You've now got Asters from Napalm. This guy is usually a freak, and as you can tell there by his KD, 24-11 with 6 caps. Unfortunately, was just drops, but he's playing amazing right now. Jumping back over to the other side, we're going to be seeing Varenzin from Manufactured Gods, and he did get the tags there with his nade. He's now going to be stunned, getting some crazy shots out with the ASM-1. Shoot, spray, and hope is basically the aim of the game right now, and he was able to survive, and they are catching up with these points right now. It looks like, Mike, we're about to have even money on the scoreboard.
That we are. Now 3 players from the team of Napalm are there to try and push on in, and I was just looking at them getting taken down, which was a little bit of an unfortunate fact, but Restalling was able to pick off that double kill to keep his team still alive in that contention here over onto that A side hardpoint. Now you see him, of course, rotating over because the hardpoint has rotated to this initial location. Of course, with the 5-minute mark, we have rotated our rotations for these hardpoints. So we're back at the pool side, and we're on board with a Beaston as he hunts down this one player there on the top of that middle glass. Now he's looking for more, but he will get taken down before he gets an opportunity to do so. It is going to be Verenzen. They're hiding in a little bit of a corner, trying to get those points. He'll get taken down. Milo will get dropped the kill feed, lining up both blue and red here, and Restalling just going to be searching for another, but he only managed to get one. Can he get the second one? Yes, he can, but he'll finally get shut down.
Yeah, it's really interesting, this pool hard point. It's not really about getting the points. All it is just stopping the other team from getting points. Now, that sounds self-explanatory, but really all it is just slaying right now. It's just about holding it down and just stopping that scoreboard from moving. Unless you're too far behind, then you basically just run, trying to get it. We are about to rotate, of course, over to this B Street, and there's already a lot of action over here. After seeing ASTRO up high, he got a couple of kills before being taken down. He is going nuts right now. He's almost at his 30 bomb with an almost 2.0 KD. That is ridiculous up against such a strong squad. That's the guys from Manufactured Gods. I'm over with Verenzen. He's being stunned. Once again, gets a rebound off that wall there with that nade. He's able to collect a player. That's Restalling taking a fall. He does have backup from Wolfie there, so they've got this lockdown pretty tight. Need to watch the cuts, though, as that's where this squad is going to go through. And just as I say that, Verenzen was taken down from that direction. You've got Milo and Wolfie holding down the hill for their respective teams. Both going to be dropped. Asta's now in there. He's also respectively fallen as well. Verenzen now under a bit of pressure, and it's going to be Restalling and Advin coming out on top from that. Advin picking up the huge 2-piece. Milo also cleaned it up. It is lighting up red there for a moment for that Napalm squad. And Mike, it's really helping them as they've still got the lead. Only 9 seconds, but it really counts when there's only 3 minutes left on the clock.
That scoreline is closing in as well. As I was on board with Advin getting shut down there by Beaston. Now, Beaston was able to hit his 30 bomb mark. I just wanted to note out, while it might not be their core lineup, Kratz is going to be that fill-in. And, I mean, the remaining 3 players generally there, of course, Swifty needing to be that player to be replaced. But Beaston noting out that his overall average for the first 2 rounds of our CGP League is that him always getting the highest amount of kills, the highest amount of respawn kills as well. Respawn is just his field as that Slayer role. And his MVP 2 rounds in a row here out of that overall 4 games. So he's definitely been living up to that here in this match as well. And I mean, you can be seeing just why, just looking for these kills. He's hunting them down. And I mean, credit to his teammates as well. Sorry, Wolfie's going to be there. And, you know, 32 kills with him as well. So they're just going off with these Slayer roles. And you see why they might not be in the point lead, but you should be seeing why they should be.
Yeah, I totally agree. Just on that team, by the way, as they were able to get the lead there in this factory hardpoint, Mike, as it's just rotated, or it's about to rotate, sorry, up over to the car park. I just wanted to note that it's actually Krads for this squad who's running the bow, running the AR for his squad. So obviously his role in this is to try and lock down those lanes, especially now that we're at car park. Expect to try and see him over watching that, particularly that A Street. If he's not doing that, then this is where this team are going to fall. They need to lock down this car park hard point. This is where you can get a lot of the vital points, especially when it's the second last one before the end of the game. Now, it's vital that he plays that role. Otherwise, someone on his team needs to switch over to AR. As I say that, Restalling is actually in this hill for the guys from Napalm. He's going to work with this ASM-1. His teammates are getting dropped around him. Asta's picking up some kills there. So is Advin going to work. Still Restalling picks up Verenzen. Wolfie finally shutting that one down. But Advin's still there to pick it up for the Napalm squad. They now have about a 20-point lead. Very handy when there's only a minute left in the game. And we saw that Advin was going big, but Asta's going big as well with that 40 bomb going huge. The rotation's on. You're going to see the guys from Napalm already in a great position. You're going to see Restalling down there, holding it down at the flank. You're going to have Advin have jumped over to him. He needs to clear him up player right at the back of the stand there. Gets heavy tags on. He is going to take him down. Restalling and Asses are both going to take a fall. Wolfie going huge for this Manufactured God squad, able to pick up that two-piece. Lorenzen now is relying on him as he's also taken a fall. This is action all over the place, Mike, and it looks like these guys from Manufactured Gods really need these last 30 seconds.
That they do, and I mean, it could still be anyone's game if they're able to keep control of this hardpoint. Player's going to be contesting here, though, from Napalm. One will drop, the second one will need to drop as well. Krads is circling to find him, but unfortunately just didn't see him dropping underneath his feet with that 15-second point mark. That's just not going to be possible for them to catch back up here. That's going to be the first map going to Napalm. That was a very, very well played map there by them. As the final seconds tick on down, Manufactured Gods are still going to be trickling in there to try and get as many points as they can, to contest it as much as they can. We had ASTRO ending it up for his team with a double kill, though. And even though the entire team from Napalm got taken down there in that last second play by Manufactured Gods, they got the win. They're going to be happy with that, and they're going to go up 1-0 in a best out of 3 series, which I really think is the important part here for their game. But I mean, Inmaniac, they're up 1-0. Can they close it out on Capture the Flag Ascent?
They were looking pretty strong there, and as I said, I was expecting Krads to try to lock down the lanes and play that anchor role for his team, which I didn't really see him doing. Not to put it on completely on him, of course, it was a team effort, and still it was very close, especially up into that second last and last hard point. I don't know, though. It seems these guys from Napalm really have their roles locked down. Their slaying has been impeccable. Milo, of course, was falling behind a little bit, only dropping that 0.55 KD, but with 11 caps and 3 defense to his name, he was gone pretty big as well. So I guess it's kind of cliche and said a little too much, but it really can go either way at this stage, Mike.
It really can, and I mean, Capture the Flag is going to be a completely different game type for these two teams as well. But, I mean, you know, we still have our general points. We need to have those OBJ players running those flags with as a team possession as well. You need to play it as a team. You need to run those flags. But it will be Ascent up next, as I did mention. We'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be back soon for Map 2 here in our Loser Bracket Round 7. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare Astro Championship Series. Free-to-play ODC number 6 Loser Bracket Round 7 matchup between Manufactured Gods and the team of Napalm eSports. It is currently 1-0 here to Napalm after a nice hardpoint victory there by them. Inmaniac, give us a little bit of a rundown of what new viewers might have missed there in map number 1.
Well, in map 1, obviously our hard point on solo, we saw the guys from Napalm able to clutch the win away from the guys of Manufactured Gods. Something to note, you and I had a little chat off stream about, of course, is that Krads is filling in for Excite on that Manufactured Gods squad. Might have made quite a little bit of a difference there on that first map, as we saw a few times. They just weren't able to lock down some of their lanes when trying to hold down those hard points, but with that said, still a very, very strong squad, and I expect them to go pretty big right here in your CTF on Ascend. But with that said, a very strong push straight off the bat from these guys from Napalm. They already had that flag in hand after only 20 seconds, but Beeston is going to shut that down straight away with a very quick 3-piece before jumping off the map in celebration.
I mean, if no one can kill him, he might as well kill himself so he can at least get those deaths and not make everyone else feel a bit bad about it. Either way, off that respawn, he's going to pick off that first kill, but his flag, as I'm getting tongue-tied with all the action, will be taken there by ASTRO. Now, unfortunately, his run wasn't too far because he got taken down and, you know, the flag was returned. But Advin and ASTRO are going to be now trying to make a new play towards this one. Advin's going to be over onto the stairs, though, as he's going to be seeing one player run past him. Now, will he go for this kill? Yes, he will. But now his presence has been alerted to the opposing team. He's going to pick up the flag anyway. He's going to try go for a run. He gets taken down. Wolfie now will pick up the flag. No, he's going to get dropped. And either way, we're having these flags picked up from both these two teams. But it's all about a successful run. And now Restorm is going to try and do this. Beaston's going to be on the other side of the map, though, to possibly try and intercept. You see, he hasn't picked up the flag, and he's done that purposely to try and go for this intercept and keep his surprise element. A big contributing factor there for that one. Unfortunately, after getting stunned and running into a wall, restalling falls, and the flag has been returned, but ASTRO's going to give it another shot. Yeah,
ASTRO's going for another go again. He needs to just watch himself. There are going to be a couple of players straight down the middle. There's a bit of battle going on. Milo picks up the huge 2-piece. Beast and Wolfie both taking fall. Milo with the 3-piece. Milo went absolutely huge, totally enabling that cap right there. ASTRO's able to easily get that one. Milo, that was completely dirty. He's on the 4-point streak. I'm going to follow him, see if he can keep going to work right now. Going huge. As I say that, he was finally dropped there, trying to get the relay in order. Krads with that AR was going to be able to shut him down. Krads finally picking up that kill. So he's on the breadstick after being on the donut for a little while. Let's jump over to Beaston, who just picked up the kill on... And now he's going to be shut down by Asters once again. Milo and Asters both going to work right here, and as you can see on your minimap, there was a big push down the right-hand side. The host did end the game. There was quite a bit of lag there, Mike. I think that might have been the case, but we'll clear this up. But still, I just want to point out that was a very impressive run by Milo. I mean, the guys from Napalm looking very strong at the beginning of that CTF.
I don't know what... Okay. So... essentially, it got a little bit laggy, as we did see that, but they decided to take it amongst themselves to leave the game. No bueno for that one. We'll need to take a short break for that. We'll need to sort that out. And we'll be back soon with more action. Stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series free-to-play ODC number 6 loser bracket round 7 matchup here in map number 2. This is Manufactured Gods and Napalm eSports. Capture the flag, ascend. Of course, we did have to end it and restart the game on a fresh host due to the little bit of technical and lag issues that we were experiencing on that one. So we're back and ready to go here. This is Capture the Flag, ascend. And Manufactured Gods, they're still yet to get a map on the board.
Yeah, they're not yet, so they really need to get this one, Mike, obviously in a best of 3. I was just on with Krads, and he had some sloppy shots out with that AR, gets a lot of tags, and he was just embarrassed by Milo. You may not have seen, but he was actually up in that little sneaky spot above the outside of that elevator. Moving on, though, we're going to be jumping over to Verenzen, who's currently running that flag. He's got a player there running point for him, hiding out here in the circle room. His teammate's going to be going ahead. Their flag is out in return, though, and it's going to be on Wolfie, who's going to work, picked up the big 2-piece, but Milo and Resorling are going to shut down the opposing flag run in return. So both flags now back at base, and as I say that, it's going to be Resorling picking up the flag for all of about 2 milliseconds as he was going to be instantly dropped. Beeston now going to work, picking up that 2-piece before in return being taken down by Milo. Milo going huge once again. He don't care what host it is. He's picking up 2-piece feeds all over the place, and now he's still going to be trying to go to work. He's got the flag in his back pocket, and he's going for a run through here in circle.
That he is, but he will get taken down, and Wolfie now will be running this flag. He's going to be, of course, over into that circle room himself, and the opposing flag will get picked up now by Respawning, who's going to be running at the opposite angle. Now, his teammates should be circling to try and provide him a little bit of cover, as well as get their own flag back, and they might just be able to do so here. That is going to be, of course, swapping over. Okay, couldn't quite get to that player, but it was going to be Milo, who just nearly got that flag returned. Now, Respawning will drop as well, so Verenzen a perfect opportunity to get this flag capture, and he does, and that's a completely different game to the one we saw when we first started. Yes, of course, lag factored in, but Manufactured Gods, they're riding off that momentum.
They really are right now. It's great for them to get that first point on the board. Expect them to try and maintain this momentum. The guys from Napalm, of course, going to be all up in their grill right now to try and answer back. Krad's going to be dropped by Advin. Advin is rushing in here, and we're hopefully going to see him go to work. Restoran's got the flag in his hands right now, and he's still going for a run straight down that elevator side. Now, he's got a teammate backing him up. Advin picking up a kill. So is Astis. They've got a clean run here. Right now, you're going to be watching the spawn for these guys from Manufactured Gods, and they're going to be right up that top left-hand side of the map, and unfortunately, they were never going to get there anyway, so things are going to be tied up here at 1 flag apiece. But look at this, your kill feed just did light up for the Sentinel squad. That's going to be the guys from Manufactured Gods, able to pick up a lot of kills right there, but Wolfie, as soon as he touches that flag, it's the flag of death. He's going to be instantly put down, and we saw 3 members of Manufactured Gods taken down, as we're going to be seeing a big push from the guys of Manufactured Gods. Once again, it's Krads now has that flag in hand, but as you can see, there's going to be a player from Napalm right on his tail. That's going to be Milo hunting him down, Jaws style, with that ASM-1 in hand. He's still running. He's going to get the shots out. Does take him down. In return, he's going to be taken down by Wolfie. So Wolfie and Verenzen still going to work, but their flag was returned, and that's the most important bit. So with a minute and a half left in the first half, Mike, we're still tied up at 1-1.
Beeston going to have 1 flag. Restorm's going to have another scratch. That as Advin picks it up. Scratch it again because Krads was able to pick off a double kill. And Astas takes the flag for himself as he takes down Krads. Now, once again, Astas and a Beeston having those flags on opposite ends of the maps, waiting for the other flag carrier to drop. Will Astas fall off the map? No, he's able to hit to that platform quite well, as there will be a player chasing him down, and he will get taken down. Both flag carriers have been taken down, and Milo has 1 flag. Verenzen now has the other, still on a stalemate situation. 60 seconds remaining in the first first half, and swapping over between these two players. Looking at the mini-map, Milo is going to be under some heavy fire there, whereas Varenzin's only going to have one player left to deal with. You'll see on board with his perspective, though, as the other end has been taken down successfully. Milo able to, to just hold one flag. Sorry, Varenzin able to just successfully defend over on that flag. And right now, still stay on my situation. Still 1-1 and 37 seconds left on the clock.
This is quite the impressive stall. I'm on with Restalling. Watch it, Mike, as he's going to take down that flag. He only needs to get this return. He does. Let's check out Milo. Is he going to be able to dive in? He does get the tags out, but it doesn't matter. He's able to get that flag in, and that was vital for these guys from Napalm. Able to get that lead once again, that 1-point lead that they had when we had to restart in the previous game. But look, it was really impressive by them. It was a long stalemate, and good on them. Kudos to them for being able to hold out and then get that point there. And as you can see here, the flag is now trying to be run out by Wolfie, but there's only 3 seconds left in the half. He's not getting anywhere with that. So at the half, it's going to be 2 points to 1 in favor of Napalm. And of course, Mike, they only need to take this map to also take out this best of 3 series to move on to the losers final up against Noxide.
That is 100% true there, Inmaniac. And I mean, you look at this bracket, we're down to our final 4 teams of the entire competition. So we've got top 4. These teams are fighting for that top 3. Right now, Napalm just need to hold out for another 5 minutes. Keep this lead going. They're 2-1. They've got 1 flag cap in. Maybe make another one just to keep things easy for them. But they need to keep that lead. They need to maintain it, and they need to control this map position off the break.
That's 100% right, Mike. And if anyone's going to try and turn this around for the guys from Manufactured Gods, it's Beast. And he's currently going 15 for 12. He picked up 1 kill off the spawn. He's got another one now by taking down Restalling, rushing straight in for that flag. He just didn't time that slide right, unfortunately for him. It's going to be a player just peeping through the door there, taking him out. I'm now over with Restalling. He's going to be diving in for the flag for his team. But look at that. Flag of death once again. As Krad's going to instantly shut that down with the nice headshot there. So right now, both flags at home. All of the guys over here from Napalm are going to be just coming out of their spawn right now. I'm on with Advin as he's going to be battling out with Wolfie. Wolfie picking up the big 2-piece though. He's going to be rushing straight ahead, but as I say that, he was also dropped straight in return by Asters. I'm now over with Milo. He was going huge in that first half. Let's see what he can do again right now. He is one of the guys that got a cap. He's now going to work this ASM1. Dropping for Renz, and you can see in that mini-map, there's another player who's going to be probably down low. Actually, no, he's going to be right on his tail. That's Beast and able to take him out before he, in return, gets taken out by Restalling. So as you can tell here, it is very, very to and fro right now. Both teams, a lot of them being taken down, so it's all about where they come off the spawn. You're going to see the guys over from Napalm. They got the spawn just over in the maze, and very smartly, they decided to rotate back towards their flag. They knew that they were all taken down. There's most probably going to be a player going on the attack, and it was indeed Beasted. They need to shut this down. He's going through the maze right now. He's able to take down 1. He can take down 2, but he can't take down Milo. He did well in that push, but it wasn't going to happen. And then right in return, Mike, Restalling is trying to get the return cap.
He's going to be trying indeed. That's the key word, is all the way over into the glass room here, and he's going to have 2 players there to contest him. He'll be able to shut down the opposing flag carrier, but there's 1 player still at the back of their base. The flag has been returned, and he just needs to watch out for Beaston. His teammates are going to be there for cover. He's going to dash, and he's going to get the cap in. Nicely done. Krads will pick up the flag. He'll get taken. Wolfie will now pick it up. He'll be running through the maze, and 3 minutes still on the clock here, so they have plenty of time to catch back up. He's going to be going back over into the underground passage, and the other flag will be picked up there by Advin. Advin's going to be running it through circle once again. His teammates going to be there to cover him, but opposing players going to be there to oppose him, as Advin will now be there to run it. As of course we did have Wolfie getting taken down. The flag was returned. Advin's going to be going for this counter cap. Only 1 player's there in a position to really get a long range shot to contest him, and he won't be able to do so. That's going to be 4-1. That's a good lead here for Napalm to finish off this game, and therefore the series if they can keep it up.
How perfectly have they started the beginning of this half, Mike? I mean, it's quite unbelievable considering how tightly contested it was in the first half. Now that they've changed sides, it's going to be all the guys from Napalm. But as I say that, Wolfie answering back right here. Don't rule him out just yet, as that was quite an easy cap for them, I must admit. We're going to be seeing Krads here trying to shut down Milo. Advin's going to be returning fire. Wolfie then cleaning up Restalling, and then also picking up the 2-piece, dropping Advin. Tries to make it 3, but Ashes is hungry for that kill as well. Just under 2 minutes left here. here, and as you can see on your mini-map, there's going to be a big push up towards that top side of the map, over just outside the spawn building. Beastin's going merry-go-rounds right now, just finding that player, but it's Wolfie there to back him up. He no longer needs to worry about. There's a player coming in the circle, though. Sees the flyer coming out. Can he shut it down? He's stunned a little bit now. He needs to watch himself. He doesn't have the teammate support behind him, but he does have it in front of him as it was cleaned out. He needs to watch his tail right now, though. There's going to be a player peeping out, but it's been a good run so far. He's just got to rely on those teammates to back him up, and they do. And Mike, this is looking like it's turning around right now. The map is controlled by these guys from Manufactured Gods. They've answered back, and it's now, once again, a 1-point game.
Where did all these caps come from is my question, because we had 2-1 at the half. Now it's 4-3. We've got 67 seconds remaining here on the clock, and kills are still going left and right here on our kill feed. Beasted, once again, needing to just kill himself to just show that he's the only one who can take himself down either way. We are waiting on these players. All four of the players, sorry, from Manufactured Gods are here over onto their defense. They're waiting to pick off these kills to then push forward as a team. And I mean, the guys from Napalm, they're not missing a beat. They don't want to lose any more flags. They're sending a 4-player defense. Players watching the maze. Players watching the underground. Players watching the mid-street bends. Players watching over into glass. And then a player sitting at the back of their spawn, on their spawn building, on their just right above their flag capture. They're just locking this down, and they just know they need to hold out for 27 seconds. But Manufactured Gods are going in there for 2 kills. They're going to pick up the flag, but Advent has rotated across the map to pick up his own, and he's going to be running over to circle. Now, 18 seconds left. He just needs to hold on, and he will be able to take down one. All 4 players down. Wolfie, can he get this cap in to secure a tie? It does seem like he will, and there we go. 4-4, 8 seconds to go. We're going to an overtime.
Like, what the hell were Napalm just thinking? They had the 4-man defense. It was working for them. It was working for them fine. You saw the guys from Manufactured Gods trying to make a push. They had all of those lanes shut down. They had one in maze. They had one in the center. They had one looking over towards circle in that back room over towards spawn building. They had one at the back of spawn building. As soon as they pushed out, they had 2 players go out, 2 back at base. The 2 players that pushed out went middle and elevator side. You had a 4-person push come through circle from the guys at Manufactured Gods, completely wipe them out. Your spawns were then messed up for Napalm, and then they were completely scattered. Easy cap there from Manufactured Gods. I thought that was a huge mistake from Napalm. That was quite a bad play, and I think they paid for it. And now with that momentum shift, they really need to watch themselves in the overtime.
That they do. I mean, playing passive is always your best bet, but playing full defense generally doesn't work with that long a time frame, having to hold out. I mean, as you mentioned, it just backfired on them, and it really might have just costed them this entire map. That being said, they can still have a chance here in this overtime. And of course, they are 1-0 up in the series as well, so if they can just take out in this overtime, they can possibly make a play happen. ASTRO is going to be having this flag, and he's going to be running here over into the underground now. He's going to get shot at from behind, and he's going to be just trying to run it out. His teammates providing a little bit of cover as well. The opposing flag has been picked up there by Wolfie, and he's now going to be trying to run it through across as well. But you know, both teams have their teammates covered. They've been able to run their flag to the opposite ends of the maps, and they're now going to just be playing that stalemate game, trying to play defense. 2 players going to push on over for offense, and rinse and repeat.
Yeah, you just got to watch for his stalling right now. He's on the good side of the map, finds the flag carrier, takes him down. There's another player there. He dives in, gets the return. So now it's just on Astis to cap it, and he is going to pick it up. 1:12 to get that cap. That was an excellent play. They were all distracted towards the middle side of the map. That guy that was on the spawn building was a bit unfortunate. He was trying to cover too many angles at once, as half of the team were out trying to kill the flag carrier on the opposing team. That said, it wasn't going to happen. So Napalm able to pick that one up. And, you know, I was a bit worried about them. You know, if these guys from Manufactured Gods were able to answer back and carry that momentum from the end of regulation time. But they're still looking strong here, Mike, and now they have 50 seconds to make a move, this Manufactured God squad. Verenz
is going to have 1 flag. Milo, though, is the highlight here because he's going to be running through this flag, and he's looking like he might be able to get this one. Apart from getting stuck there from his teammate over on Circle, he's going to be having a couple of players that are contested. He should be able to get this one, and there you have it. Manufactured Gods go down 2-0 against Napalm eSports for this series, knocking them out, and Napalm will advance to our losers bracket final to take on Noxide. But but want to capture the flag. And I mean, Asters, they're just to defend his teammate, to stop everyone coming through circle, coming from that middle bit, allowing his teammate to pass through glass and therefore go over to cap that flag, making it 2-0, securing that victory. And I mean, look at the kills from Wolfie and Beaston. They got, you know, more high apart from Asters there from the opposing teams, but kills, especially to capture the flag, especially in any objective game, you need to rely, you can't just rely on those kills. And I mean, you see it there, 6-4. What a game that was to witness.
Looking at those KD ratios, actually, Mike, I don't think I've ever seen it so even on both teams. There was only one player on both sides that went positive. The rest are in the 90s. There's one player that went in 0.85, and that was Advin. So very even KD. It just shows how evenly matched these teams were. And you know what? I obviously highlighted quite passionately that mistake that the guys made of Napalm there at the end of regulation time. But I tell you what, they entered back very strongly, Mike. Cap in a minute 12, and then also the next cap in just speedy time. I could not believe that, under a minute, obviously. And then the guys from Manufactured Gods, they had nothing. They were scattered in. I think in the second half of overtime, I think they would have expected the guys from Napalm to play that real defensive play as we saw at the end of the second half of regulation time. But no, they just went out, shock and all tactics, and it paid off for them really well. So, a little disappointed at the end of regulation time. They more than impressed me at the end.
They definitely did. I mean, you brought up the kills and deaths, and you mentioned how it was fairly even. I just want to highlight to the captures, defends, and returns out of that game as well. Now, there's only 2 zeros at the end of that. 1-0 for captures and 1-0 for returns. Most of for everything else and all the other categories, obviously, everything was fairly even as well. He did have some highlighting points, but these players were definitely working on their captures. They were working on the defense. They were working on those returns, and it really did make this a very interesting capture flag. I mean, that's why we went to overtime in the first place. But unfortunately, that will wrap up our broadcast here for the Loser Bracket Round 7 match. We've got our Loser Bracket final, though, coming up next, so stay tuned. That is going to be Napalm eSports taking on Noxide.